You are the bravest, most special person to be alive. Why? Because you're going through something and you are still alive. You are still on this earth. You are still fighting to some extent. You are still here. Because people forget that mental illnesses, deadly illnesses. They really are deadly illnesses. And I don't even want to hear it if you're like, yeah, but actually this person is worse off than me, whatever, their family issues, their parents, they actually have traumas. Well, no, just don't compare yourself to them. You have been going through a hard time and you absolutely deserve to come out of this crisis and afterwards to have the best life ever, and you will. You do have there's a higher percentage, there's a higher probability that you will actually in the long run be very happy and have a very fulfilled life, as you should. There's these people who apparently go through life and never get issues. People told me, yeah, actually I never had mental health issues, I'm never sad. Well, that's an issue of itself, right? If you don't have feelings, basically I wouldn't consider that mentally sane. I would not. If you have anger issues, if you don't know how to communicate and all of that, and I mean nobody is perfect, but the truth is that if you go through a hard time, you make experiences, and these experiences will shape you. Then at least first of all, you won't be just a blank sheet that's just this basic human being that's superficial. I just am repulsed by superficial people. I really am. And so you can be proud of yourself if you actually went through something that has made your personality be special, you know? And I had mental health issues, and I get it. If you're well, Leah, but this sucks right now. My life fucking sucks right now. I get it. That was me. But you will make it out. And these people, coming back to them, that apparently never have issues. Dude, do they ever have, ups? Do they ever have downs? Well, then their life is just boring. They're just these naive, kind of superficial people that just, truly, they don't know anything about life. They don't know, what they can lose. They don't know who they are. Because in therapy, when there's a problem, you mind is instantly solving it to some extent. And you might be doing that right now through certain mechanisms, destructive mechanisms, which are basically mental illnesses. You might be doing that through some of these things. But there is a way out of it. And if only you have that will inside yourself. Okay, no, I will be out of this. I will be out of this crisis, and then I'm gonna be one of the people that's most alive. I felt so alive coming out of my depression. I felt wow, actually this world is brand new. And I would argue that nobody ever has this experience, normal people. What even is normal? But normal people, they don't even have that experience. Because they live their normal life, they go to school, everything's perfect, they have these superficial friends, then they graduate, become rich, well, fun, okay, and then they die and everybody forgets about them. And they aren't even happy, because superficial things, if you don't have appreciation for them, if you don't know the contrast between you not having anything and you having everything, now I feel so grateful because I actually have a life. I'm a medical student, I'm a university student, I have friends, I talk to them. And that up until a certain point when I was in the deepest of my depression, when I had all these mental health issues, I didn't think that would ever be possible again. So you, trust me, exactly you have this sense of I know what it's gonna be if I lose everything, if I don't have anything anymore. And so you obviously will have appreciation for the moment when you make it out of your crisis, and you will. And then you just will appreciate no matter what happens to you. You won't be yeah, I have to achieve this, then I have to achieve this, then I have to achieve this. You're gonna be okay, I actually am so happy right now with what I have, and I'm so beyond grateful that I made it out of this hell. So you're gonna have a lot of appreciation. What even is money? What even is friends that are superficial? What even is social status, if you're a celebrity, but if like deep down you are unhappy, of deep down you are unable to appreciate like the small things because you never learned to, well, that sucks for you. I'm genuinely sorry, and I am glad that I went to a psychiatrist. I'm glad that I had severe depression, anorexia, and panic disorder. I'm really, really glad for that. I'm really, really glad, and I don't know who I would be without my illness, but not in a negative way. I used to say that all the time while I was at the psychiatry, like, oh, I don't want to let go of my illness because it's all I am, and so on, you know? And that was my mindset. Like, truly, I'm not exaggerating this. But now I'm like, okay, you had to go through that to become a better person. You had to go through that. And so do you, unfortunately. And that is very, very unfortunate. And it is very, very, very hard. But you will make it out. Take small steps. Trust me. And just let go of all the expectations. You are fucking sick. You are fucking sick. And it is an illness or like a thing, or even if you're not feeling well, that's a thing that you need to take seriously. That you should take seriously. Truly. Your life will be put like back into place basically. Right? Like if you experience like your life at the lowest point, you ask yourself, who am I really? Like, what is good for me? Like, how did I grow up? And why am I this way? Why did my body, and this is not your fault. This is like, a lot of people develop these mechanisms, develop depression, develop anxiety, develop whatever it might be. Like OCD. Develop these things, and it is none of your fault. You will learn to understand yourself better. And you're gonna make it out of the other side. Trust me on this, okay? I promise. I absolutely promised. Plus, like, when you're in therapy is like one of the hardest things that you can do. Because you are vulnerable with another person. And not a lot of people do that. Like, trust me, the kind of superficial people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis, well, obviously they don't know any better. And that's fine. I mean, I don't judge them. But they didn't go to a psychiatry. They were never at their lowest point. I mean, you are the only person that matters. And if you really learn, like, how to be with yourself, how to be content, how to be secure in yourself, how to, like, deal with your thoughts, how to, like, know which thoughts are damaging, and if you didn't ever have like a mental health issue or another issue of some kind, you're like, why my thoughts? They're normal. But like, people that have struggled are like, no, actually my thoughts, they like really, really, really shape the way that I think. You do know that. And you do have examples for that. You know, okay, in this situation, actually, it was just my head. It was just like my eating disorder telling me to do all of these things. That was my destructive behavior in response to this. Okay? So, what I'm saying basically is that you are so much like more mature. You are so much more mature than 95% of other people. I mean, a lot of people have mental health issues these days. It's not that. But, like, you are ahead of 99% of the people that, like, never had mental health issues. I know this for a fact. I've experienced it. I was on the ground, like, bawling my eyes out. I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't see a sense. I didn't see, like, the reason why I should be here. I didn't. I really didn't. But now, guess what I've gained? I've gained empathy for you, for everybody. You know, I know what it's like to have your mind, like, not be in your control anymore, to not be happy anymore, and that is a scary thing, and you can't sometimes control it. You will make it through, as I said, but it is hard. But, like, now I have that kind of understanding for people. If somebody comes up to me and is like, Leah, I've been feeling sad, I'm like, okay, I know how you feel. And you must never underestimate that, right? Like, human interactions, they are one of the most important things in life. Like, what is life without interactions? Like, it's just sad, right? Like, you can be admired by people, yet feel lonely. Like loneliness, that's just like a feeling that you have within. And you need communication skills. You totally deserve that, like having good people in your life. And if you have had mental health issues, that's amazing. Because like, you know how to communicate. You know how to express your feelings because you've dealt with it. You've dealt with it and you've sat with your feelings. And I mean, in the best case, obviously, you went to therapy or you did something for yourself, which is not easy. But you did it. And then you've come out of the other side and you're really, really, really ahead of other people. And I know this is not like, I think that comparison in this case is really beneficial. Like, really. My therapist told me this. She was like, dude, well, she didn't call me dude, but she was like, you are absolutely allowed to compare yourself to other people. In fact, you must compare yourself to other people. If, like, the comparison is to your advantage. Because, well, she was talking to me, you have a very low self-esteem, so obviously you can be like, okay, I actually have this that other people don't have. Obviously, you also got to be self-aware, like, okay, I don't have everything, I'm not the most amazing person in the whole world. But I would argue that I am a very empathetic person, and that I understand things, and that I'm just not, like, one of these superficial people. Like, I can't with that. I genuinely can't with that. And you know, what all these people on the internet, like, whine about, they're like, I want confidence. Awesome, you want confidence, bro. I already have confidence, like, in myself. I'm like, okay, I can get myself out of any situation that I got myself, well, not that I got myself in, that other people got me into. Because, like, if as a child you're traumatized by certain events, that is not your fault. Like, okay, other people basically, like, traumatize me to some extent. Maybe not the biggest traumas, but I have experienced things that nobody should have experienced. And so that eventually causes you to, like, have this extreme confidence in yourself. Like, your inner peace. You're like, okay, first of all, like, appreciation for the small things. And then you're like, I'm already confident. I know myself. You become a wise person and you will be very empathetic. And, like, truly, that superficial shit won't do. Like, if you have money, okay, awesome, cool, nice, but I guess a lot of people are depressed. Even though they, like, have money. Like, that is one thing that I don't get. Right? You are going to be, or you are on your way to be the strongest person you've ever known. The absolute strongest version of yourself. And you're not going to be one of these desperate, superficial people. You're not going to be, like, a person that people are like, that person is lame. No, you're going to be, like, a person that is very secure in themselves, and a person that has empathy, and a person that basically has everything you need for an awesome, amazing, fulfilling life. And I truly believe that. And you should be proud of yourself. Like, proud of yourself for seeking out help, for clicking on this video, for, like, caring about yourself. You still care about yourself to some extent. You do. You really do. And you can do this. And it will be worth it. I promise you, I never would have expected me to be like, I loved the fact that I was at a psychiatry. When I went there, I was like, oh my god, my life is gonna end. This is so embarrassing. I fucking failed. I failed at everything. I have to, like, not be here anymore. And now I'm like, I'm actually so grateful for this, because it taught me to become a stronger version of myself. And I will accept any challenge that you give me. Like medical school, I can do that. I really fucking can. I really can do that. If that's going to be one more depression, one more whatever, I know what to do. I have the people that I can reach out to. And why did I find these people? Because I realized that I need them. You realize a lot of stuff. And you got this, okay? You got this. I believe in you, and it will be worth it. Make it worth it. Make it worth it. Make your depression, your anxiety, your mental health crisis, your sadness, make it worth it. One day you're going to come out of it on the other side and you're going to be like, I fucking did it. I fucking did it.